Welcome back. It's a team from Bahrain with Aaron Faith. Team, you're doing really well. You haven't got a drop zone, but you're performing good.
Yeah, actually.
And Aaron, you're coaching these guys?
I've been coaching them now for just over 2 years. They're primarily a CISM team, an army team, and the FAI dive pool is a little bit new to them, but they're doing a great job.
Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
Having a good time?
Yeah, it's a lot of team, a lot of competitors here, get a lot of experience here, actually.
Are we going to see a drop zone in Bahrain at some point?
Yes, inshallah, there is plans for a drop zone. Right now we're using the desert, which is a natural drop zone, it's perfect, hazard-free, but they are going to build a runway shortly.
And I believe you're back next year with your team.
Absolutely, we'll be at Bedford as well in April, and next year we'll be back and stronger.
And who's your lineup?
With ACM, it's Gareth, Anna, Debbie Lamsley, UK-based, but it's a new team.
Aaron Faith, thanks very much.
Thank you, David.
Back to Leslie Anker in the studio.
And we just saw the last team that was actually registered. Made in USSR is a team that was put together at the very end. And they are actually doing very well. They are in contention for the bronze medal. Well, a little bit too far behind probably to be, but in 4th place at the moment in the AA class. They have again a different sequence. We have actually 3 different competition draws for the 3 sequences, 3 categories. AAA has its own, AA has its own, and we just saw that the AA class team, the AAA class teams had block 2 in the dive pool. The AA class teams had block 11 in their round, and here are the A class teams with there is a block in there as it looks. I think it's block 9, cat and accordion. Yes, it is, and 1 random sequence. So they all have different sequences, and that is also completely individual flying in round 8 it is now. 7, 8? So round 8.
It's builders, believe it's round 6, it's P9.
Are they? Oh, they're still behind, right. AA and A are a little bit behind. They complete the AAA class rounds earlier than the AA and A class rounds. So they're in round 6. Is that right?
I believe so. Looking at the draw, then they're doing round 6.
And there's the A class team of the year. Let's say I cannot miss that. I want to look at them at least, So that there's the Academy team again, the youngest one, probably in the A class, who are those young flyers now. They are ahead of their parents. Blue Phoenix is in 8th place, and Last Minute is in 11th place after round 5, and the Academy team is in the 7th. So their parents are not keeping up so far with their boys and girls.
Well, in fairness, then the boys and girls fly once a month with Aerocart and are trained by world champions, whereas the parents, they're here. They have to. Someone has to accompany the kids out here, and they do a random half an hour before a competition just to get in the groove.
Yeah, no excuses. It's great to see. I'm sure that the parents are very happy to see that they are doing so well, and better than even the parents.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. A good point, Leslie. They are meeting. One of the boys told me yesterday. They're meeting once a month, actually. I think on a weekend or so, or once per month, and train. That's good. It's a regular training schedule.
Yes, and they're part sponsored by Aerocart. So basically, Aerocart pays half of the channel time, and their parents pay the other half. And I believe that Aerocart virtually funds the coaching as well, which is phenomenal.
It's
certainly
a great
building
program.
champions for the future there. Apparently, they had various, because all of the parents of these children, there's 12 altogether in the academy now, and all of the parents are skydivers. And initially, they had tryouts, and some non-skydiving parents brought their children to try out. But when they saw how much it was going to cost, they backed out because they couldn't see the value in it, which I think we could understand. I'm not sure if I had kids if I would pay for them to fly in the tunnel or if I'd save it for me, so maybe that's why I don't have children. And we go back to Regan.
Hi, thanks very much, Leslie. Team Alat, they're actually 4 free flyers who decided to put on some belly suits and give it a go. Tell me, when did this team get together, Siobhan?
About 2 weeks ago.
About 2 weeks ago. What time have you been flying in the tunnel in the mornings?
Oh, 5:30. Too early to talk about.
Been very early starts for it. Have you enjoyed it, Tina?
1.5 hours full power.
1.5 hours full power. Claire, are you happy and proud with the team?
We're so proud of what we've done.
You had big smiles there while you were doing the final rounds. It looks great. You've got, what, 2 more rounds to go?
Yep, 2 more.
A lot. Thanks very much. Back to the studio.
We are seeing again the Italian team, Amnesia. They are looking just very well trained. They are solid in, well, they're actually not solid. They're in the medal ranking solid, but they're having a great competition there with a team from Singapore for the 2nd place. Nobody will catch the flying circus, but you can see they're doing the front piece on block 9, they're vertical. So that is an unusual thing for an A-class team, and they're doing that actually pretty well. So that's Amnesia, and they will fight it out. They are fighting it out with the Sky Blockers from Singapore for the 2nd place. They were tied after round 5. We don't know the current standings, but hopefully the judges will be able to catch up soon. It's challenging for the judges here in an event like this, as it always is at the indoor meets, because the rotation is so quickly, while they outside with the jump lanes have to bring them up to jump altitude, and then the judges have some little bit more time to keep up. But in a tunnel, it's a pace that you just cannot keep up with.
Yeah, they have 9 judges in there and 3 panels, and I think they're doing a great job of getting the scores out, but you can see it's hard. And we all know even at outdoor competitions, the judges struggle sometimes to keep up with the pace.
And that's just how it is. There's not much you can do about it. There are some meets, I mean, they're trying really hard to get the scores in time. I hated it when I was competing, and I still hate it when I'm competing and when I watch competition, that I don't know how the situation is after a round, and I have to go up for the next round. You know, I want to know where am I standing, how many points am I ahead or behind, you know, the opponents, and blah blah. So yeah, it's difficult to get that, and there are not really many meets. It happens at the world meets when the meets are slower. So if you have like a World Cup, World Championship, you know, it's a slower pace. You do only 2 or 3 jumps, and they're not rushing them. But the indoor competitions are just incredibly fast, and it's almost impossible to keep up.
Well, we don't want to slow the competition down for the judging. That's for sure. We'd rather get through the flights and then be able to sit and watch the judging. It's one thing that I miss a little bit here is actually being able to watch the live judging, you know, with the in-time system as we do with many of the meets. That was going on at the end of the day yesterday once all the flights had finished. But it's always a great atmosphere when you have all of the competitors sitting around and watching and building up to the best teams at the end, and you know, getting the cheers of when we see exceptional rounds and when you see the results.
Yeah, we'll see what the plan is for tomorrow. We have only today, we're finishing 8 rounds, and there are only 2 rounds left for tomorrow. So maybe that will be kind of a grande finale, and the pace might be a little, might be a little bit slower, the pace, and then we might be able to do that tomorrow. I hope so. As you say, it's more exciting when you can have the live judging.
Yes.
We're coming towards the end of the A-class competition now.
Yeah, this is Blue Phoenix, the parents of some of the Aerocard children, as we were saying earlier, who are being beaten by their children, but it's just great to see them here taking part and supporting our champions of the future.
Absolutely, you need, I mean, they should actually be included in this as much as possible, because you need the parents. No doubt about this. You know, the smaller the flyers, you know, the more you need the parents for it. And as you say, there's financially an involvement.
So you have children, Kurt. Are you going to pay
Yes,
for
I
them
do.
to join this program?
They would love it. They have all been in the tunnel, but let's see what Regan has. He is out there with them.
Hi, thank you very much, Kurt. I'm here with Jared. Jared is one of the only people in the world that makes me feel lazy. You got injured in a base jump.
Yeah, speed flying accident 6 years ago, and yeah, we're chilling, doing some four-way, watching the good times, and watching the guys doing the competitive stuff. And I'm just here with the pickup team, and we're having a good time. Hardcore handholders for sure.
4-way, wingsuit, canopy piloting.
Accuracy, base jumping, speed flying. You can do it all if you just put your mind to it, for sure.
He's a star of the Princess jump with the 40 million views. Jared, thanks very much.
Right on, thank you.
Back to the studio on the action.
Yeah, we talked about kids flying and parents, and what? Yes, I have 3, 14, 16, 18, and they were in the tunnel.
Well, you have a four-way team there.
Yeah, I
Kurt,
know,
right there.
I know. I'm working on it. No, not ready yet, but I don't have enough money for that. But who knows? One day, Erica is gonna go to college next year and then get a job and make a lot of money. So who knows? She has made a tandem jump too, in fact. So they love the tunnel. They like to fly in the tunnel, and I hope we'll get them more into it. Yes, I would like to live in France and get into that program.
So do you get them involved in your tunnel? I know you run regular tunnel nights, don't you? In
Not
Florida?
yet. It's difficult because our times are so late that they have school next morning. They have to get up at 6 o'clock, and our tunnel events are over after midnight. So that doesn't fit very well, unfortunately. Well, we'll soon get a new tunnel, probably near DeLand in Altamont, a big one. And then it will be easier because we have to go to Orlando still, to iFly Orlando, and that's like an hour drive, so that makes it challenging. And we see, there's Flying Circus.
Yeah,
is
the
it?
leaders. Yes, the leaders of the A class.
How clean they fly.
Yes.
Nice. Very well trained. And we see that the AAA class teams are lining up already there in the back. I think I saw Monaco Vitalsea. Reagan, who do you have?
I'm here with Flatnamic Skydiving Dubai team. How's it going, guys?
It's good. It's good. It's fun.
I don't often see you in a belly suit.
Yeah, not often, but when you get given the chance.
And it's great. When did you decide to compete?
About maybe 3 weeks ago or a month ago, we trained like 50 minutes. I think we did every block like once, and so we're pretty new to this, but we're having fun.
You think you're going to continue this team? Are we going to see you next year, possibly?
Maybe. Why not? We'll see. It's quite a while till
I
then.
think we're planning. We're a good team. Yeah.
Excellent. I think you should as well. It's Clash of Champions Inflight Dubai. Back to the studio.
And we're just seeing there the hardcore handholders. And so how hardcore is that? Jarrett Martin injured in a speed flying accident and flying in the tunnel with the help of a special brace. I was watching them earlier because when you're sitting down close to the tunnel, of course, you have a beautiful view of people's faces, and the smile on his face and on his teammates, but most particularly on his, it was just beautiful. It actually brought tears to my eyes. Not the fact that he was in there flying, giving it a go, but the fact that he was getting so much joy out of it. And he's rivaling the kids as far as applause from the crowd goes. The appreciation for what's going on there is incredible.
He surely is the crowd favorite, no doubt. I mean, there's always great cheering when he comes out of the chamber. Actually, still when they're flying sometimes. Yeah, what an incredible story. Well, we heard Craig Girard go a little bit emotional earlier too.
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Yeah, it's not unusual. I saw him. I will never forget when there were, I don't know, it was U.S. Nationals or so, and it was like he won like the 20th title or so, and they went on the podium. And Craig, he was just jumping up and down. He was happy like a little kid that he won, another title, another medal, and after winning, I don't know how many, and so jumping up and down like almost in tears again. And yeah, it's fantastic to see that those emotions are there. They belong. It's a part of the sport. It should be the part of the sport.
I know Craig always makes me laugh. He says, when you're on the podium, that's your moment. Milk it.
Yeah, exactly.
you work so hard to get there. That's
right.
That's a few seconds of fame, so enjoy it for all it's worth. And every time I see him on the podium, he does just that. Really brings a smile to my face.
We're way too serious with everything anyway, so enjoy it. Have fun. And that's a good opportunity, the Clash of Champions, seeing the best of the world and laughing and having fun and drinking a beer or two at the end of the day. It's just a part of the part of the competition just as much. Now here's a Singapore kids team again. They're also actually in where are they standing? I think they're also in contention for top spots. You see
they're in equal second with Amnesia at the moment.
There you go.
Both on 101 points after round 5.
No, that's a great competition. So actually also those are the two uniform teams in the A class. The Amnesia team from Italy, they have jumpsuits, helmets, and all that. And here's the team from Singapore, also, and they're flying even. It looks like a very similar pace and.
Yeah, like Kyra Poe, Daniel Go, and Joshua and Jordan Lee. So I assume they're two families there, 4 youngsters, aged between 11 and 13. They've been flying for just over 2 years.